I'm going to share my top strategies for tackling debt head-on, so you can finally feel in control of your finances. Debt is a beast that's taking over our lives, one credit card swipe at a time. It's a constant stress that's always lurking in the shadows, waiting to pounce and ruin our financial futures. But it doesn't have to be that way. You can tame the debt beast and take back control of your finances. The truth is, debt is a problem that affects millions of people around the world. It's a silent killer that's slowly suffocating our bank accounts and our dreams of financial freedom. But we don't have to be victims. We can rise up and take control of our finances, one step at a time. We've all been there at some point or another, drowning in a sea of debt, feeling like there's no way out. But I'm here to tell you that there is hope. You can break free from the shackles of debt and start building a brighter financial future. Debt is like a weight that's holding us back, preventing us from living the life we truly want. It's a constant source of stress and anxiety, always looming over us like a dark cloud. But what if I told you that you have the power to change that? According to a recent study, the average American has over $90,000 in debt. That's a staggering number, and it's only getting worse. Credit card debt, student loans, mortgages, the list goes on and on. It's a never-ending cycle of borrowing and debt that's suffocating our financial futures. I remember when I was in debt, feeling like I was trapped in a never-ending cycle of minimum payments and high interest rates. It was like drowning in quicksand, with no way out. But then I had a turning point. I realized that I couldn't continue living like this, constantly stressing about money and feeling like I was never going to get ahead. I started small, making tiny changes to my budget and cutting back on unnecessary expenses. It wasn't easy, but slowly but surely, I started to make progress. I paid off one credit card, then another, and before I knew it, I was debt-free. That feeling of freedom was indescribable. It was like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, and I could finally breathe again. I realized that I had the power to change my financial future, and that's exactly what I did. But I'm not alone. Millions of people around the world are facing the same struggles, feeling trapped and helpless in the face of debt. But it doesn't have to be that way. We can rise up and take control of our finances, one step at a time. One of the biggest challenges of paying off debt is the feeling of being overwhelmed. It's like standing at the bottom of a mountain, looking up at the peak and wondering how you're ever going to climb it. But the truth is, it's not about making drastic changes overnight. It's about making small, incremental changes that add up over time. For me, it started with tracking my expenses and creating a budget. It was a painful process, but it was necessary. I had to face the cold, hard truth about my spending habits and make changes. It wasn't easy, but it was worth it. As I started to make progress, I felt a sense of momentum building. I paid off one debt, then another, and before I knew it, I was on a roll. I was like a snowball rolling down a hill, gathering speed and momentum as I went. But it wasn't all easy. There were setbacks and challenges along the way. There were times when I felt like giving up, when it seemed like the debt was too much to overcome. But I persevered. I kept pushing forward, even when it felt like the whole world was against me. And that's exactly what you need to do. You need to keep pushing forward, even when it feels like the debt is too much to overcome. You need to keep making small changes, day by day, week by week, until you've paid off that debt and taken back control of your finances. The truth is, paying off debt is a journey, not a destination. It's a long, winding road that's full of twists and turns. But the payoff is worth it. The feeling of financial freedom is like nothing else in the world. When you're finally debt-free, you'll feel like you're walking on air. You'll feel like you can tackle anything that comes your way. You'll feel like you're in control of your finances, and that's an incredible feeling. So don't give up. Keep pushing forward, even when it feels like the debt is too much to overcome. You got this. You have the power to change your financial future, and that's exactly what you need to do. In conclusion, facing the debt beast is not an easy task, but it's a necessary one. It's a journey that's full of challenges and setbacks, but it's worth it. When you finally emerge on the other side, debt-free and financially free, you'll realize that it was all worth it. So take the first step today. Take control of your finances and start making small changes. You got this. You can tame the debt beast and start building a brighter financial future. Finally, I want to hear from you. Share your own debt story in the comments below. What struggles have you faced, and how have you overcome them? Let's support each other on this journey to financial freedom. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more financial advice and personal finance tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.